Hey everyone, I'm Brian Craig. If you're new to the stream, make sure you subscribe, click that notification bell. I upload new content all the time. You're sure to love it. I promise you. I also live stream when I'm on the radio, taking live calls every weekday morning right here on this channel. So make sure that you subscribe. All right, well, you know, what's going on with Governor Cuomo in New York is completely beyond imagination insane. I mean, you know, what's happening with Governor Cuomo, hey Joey, welcome. What's happening with Governor, he's got two scandals now, Governor Cuomo, two scandals. If he just had half of one of these scandals and was a Republican, he would be done. Hey, Misunderstood, how are you? And the reason I'm doing this now is because the White House has come out and, well, basically defended Andrew Cuomo. So the first scandal, which is the older scandal, is the nursing home scandal. Thousands and thousands of seniors are dead because of the mishandling of Governor Cuomo, Fredo's brother in New York. And I know he likes to blame the CDC guidelines. And, you know, hey everyone, how you doing? Patricia, hey. If I missed some names, I'm sorry. People are popping in. Don't feel left out if I don't say hello to you directly. Hello to everyone. Hey, Amber. So, Cuomo likes to blame the CDC guidelines. Now remember, those are guidelines, not mandates. And as I always tell you, if you look at Governor Cuomo, Fredo's brother doesn't do what anyone tells him. And every governor in America got those same guidelines, and he's the one with the problem. Hey, Linda. Now this sex scandal, this Me Too moment. Now you got two scandals, right? The entire COVID mishap, and now the sexual harassment Me Too movement that's going on. And there's been some updates on it, but let's go through a little bit of what is going on here, okay? Andrew Cuomo's former aide says the governor asked her to play strip poker, oh my goodness, and kissed her without permission in a post written in the wake of the nursing home COVID death scandals. Now, let me tell you, the asking to play strip poker is bad. Please don't misunderstand me. But kissing someone without permission, that to me, is that assault? If I just walk up to people, especially women, because I'm a guy, if I walk up to people and kiss them without permission, am I assaulting them? Am I assaulting them? Why didn't I say your name? How do you say your name? Is it Lalas Venture? Lalas Venture? Hey there, and Main Street Moments. That's my wife, Kathy. So everyone say hello to my wife, Kathy, who handles everything for me. I'd be in big trouble if it wasn't for her. Okay, so Lindsay Bolin wrote about her experiences working for Governor Cuomo on Wednesday. She'd already alleged in December last year that Cuomo abused his power, and on Wednesday, she said that he asked her to play strip poker and kissed her. Cuomo is under increasing pressure over his handling of the COVID deaths in the state's nursing homes, and he's been accused of underreporting deaths. Well, not only has he been accused of underreporting deaths, it's also out there that he lied to federal investigators and told his staff to lie to federal investigators. So that is a crime. I mean, you know, people can debate all day whether or not he did the right thing with the nursing homes or not. I think he didn't, and I think most people do, but that's something you could talk about. Lying to the federal investigators, well, that's not up for debate. That's against the law. So he's in trouble, Cuomo. He's in trouble, Cuomo. So I pulled this up because Jen Psaki today was asked by Peter Doocy from Fox News Channel about this, and her answer was, you know, bizarre. Listen.
Thank you, Jen. The head of the group the president is going to meet with today, the National Governors Association, Andrew Cuomo, is being accused of sexual harassment by a former staffer named Lindsay Boylan. She says that Cuomo, while he was governor, gave her an unwanted kiss on the lips. He asked her to play strip poker.
Oh my goodness, he kissed her on the lips, because I was wondering, was it a little peck on the cheek? Did he give her a peck on the cheek, which is not right? But now it was an unwanted kiss on the lips. Oh my goodness. Oh my goodness.
Gave her an unwanted kiss on the lips. He asked her to play strip poker. Is the White House worried about this becoming a distraction from an important meeting about COVID response?
I tell you, Steve Doocy must be so damn proud of Peter. Peter Doocy is awesome. He's asking all the right questions. He's asking the tough questions. He's putting, and the thing is, they limit the people in the press briefing room, right, because of the social distancing stuff. Fox News is always guaranteed a seat, so he's in there every day, no matter what. And they got him in there asking these questions. Boom, boom, boom. So now I'll play her response, but tell me in the chat room, because Ford Ross in there, he says unwanted kissing is battery. Okay. Now this is on the lips. What is the penalty for kissing someone on the lips without permission? Like, how much time would you do for that? Like, if you were convicted. So let's go back, then we'll hear Sakis' response.
Lindsay Boylan, she says that Cuomo, while he was governor, gave her an unwanted kiss on the lips. He asked her to play strip poker. Is the White House worried about this becoming a distraction from an important meeting about COVID response?
Well, let me first say that the president has been consistent in his position. When a person comes forward, they deserve to be treated with dignity and respect. Their voice should be heard, not silenced, and any allegation should be reviewed.
Oh, whoa, wait a minute. Any allegation should be reviewed? I thought it was women should be believed, Jen Psaki. Are they changing? I thought the Me Too thing, women should be believed. Not things should be looked into. Oh, my goodness. This is...
When a person comes forward, they deserve to be treated with dignity and respect. Their voice should be heard, not silenced, and any allegation should be reviewed. Governor Cuomo is also the governor of one of the largest states in the country that has been one of the hardest hit, with millions of people still suffering from an ongoing pandemic and an economic crisis. And our focus is to continue working with governors from across the country.
Is she saying because he's the governor of New York, he can kiss women on the lips without their permission? Is that what Jen Psaki's saying here? We got to understand, he's the governor of New York. It's one of the... Can you imagine if Governor Ron DeSantis, the greatest governor in America, right here in Florida, if someone came forward and said that he kissed her on the lips without her permission, do you think Jen Psaki would say, well, he's the governor of one of the largest states, and, come on. He's got other things on his mind.
One of the largest states in the country that has been one of the hardest hit, with millions of people still suffering from an ongoing pandemic and an economic crisis. And our focus is to continue working with governors from across the country, from a range of states, on how we're helping people in their states. He also is still head of the National Governors Association, hence he's at the event today.
Wow.
Thank you, Jen.
He's the head of the National Governors Association. Don't you think he should be removed from that position? You get Governor Cuomo is being now. With the nursing home scandal, remember this: with the nursing home scandal, if Governor Cuomo is guilty of what they're accusing him of, with the nursing home scandals, he killed more New Yorkers than Bin Laden on 9/11. If what they say is true, he's being accused. Okay. He's still the head of the National Governors Association. Now a woman says that I believe that's an assault. If you kiss someone on the lips, if you are a man and you kiss a woman on the lips without her permission, on the lips, not a peck on the cheek, on the hand, that's bad enough, but on the lips, that sounds like assault, right? That sounds like assault to me. So the nursing home deaths, a possible assault, a physical assault, battery, Ford said in there. Where's the call to have him with fired, or at least resign from the head of the National Governors Association? Is he really the guy to lead that? Oh my goodness. They're talking about impeaching him in New York. The governors won't even impeach him off this thing. If this were Governor DeSantis, he'd be done. He would have resigned yesterday. It'd be over for him. But, Democrats have a license to do anything they want. They're like James Bond. That's insanity. Complete insanity. Now look at this. Fox News. Andrew Cuomo accused of sexual harassment. And again, kissing on the lips is beyond sexual harassment, because now we're in the realm of physical. Okay? Leading liberal women refuse to comment. Cuomo's office has denied harassment allegations. Well, Right now, as we speak, they're still looking into the Stormy Daniels stuff with Trump, which is nonsense, and he denied. He didn't do any of that. But Cuomo did. Cuomo denied it. He's running one of the big states in this tragedy. Oh my goodness. Linda says, he's a murderer. I told you he killed my mom-in-law. Oh, my goodness. I'm so sorry, Linda. Really? Oh, my goodness. I'm so sorry for your family because that's a terrible thing. It's simple battery. Simple battery is still a crime, though. Like, if you commit battery on someone, if you're convicted of battery, do you go to jail? Can you go to jail for that? I don't know. I don't do crime, so I don't know what all these things are. But anyway, so some leading liberal women have refused to comment. See, women, this is the deal. Women should be believed unless they make an allegation against a Democrat. And then, it's not important because the Democrat leaders, they have more important things to do. New York Governor Andrew Cuomo, also known as Fredo's brother, is denying allegations this week that he's used his position to belittle and bully critics and opponents, sexually harass an aide, and suggest that she plays strip poker. He's showing his age. Is strip poker still a thing? Does anyone really actually do that? Now tell the truth. If anyone in this chat has actually played strip poker, give me a 1 in the chat. I mean, don't just do it if you haven't. I mean, really played strip poker. I'm really sorry, Linda. I cannot even imagine. I cannot even imagine. Donnie says, my grandmother went in for hip rehab in New York and never saw her again. My goodness, I'm so sorry, Donnie. See, no one ever really plays strip poker. So anyway, he sexually harassed an aide and suggested she play strip poker. In the wake of the Me Too movement against sexual harassment, what do some of the nation's leading liberal women have to say about the issue? Oh, we got a couple strip poker people in here. Donnie, Amber, Ford's played strip poker. Oh my goodness. You're degenerates. Are nipple rings still a thing? I don't know. That's crazy to even get. Senator Christian Gillibrand, an outspoken supporter of women's rights, who had blasted Al Franken as he was ousted following his own misconduct allegations, did not respond to Fox News' request for comment on her home state governor. Wow, she refused to comment. What Al Franken did was stupid and outrageous and disgusting, but he wasn't in government at the time, was he? Or was he still a comedian? I don't know, but Kristen Gillibrand, she was one of the first people on that bandwagon with Al Franken. Al Franken must tell himself all the time, why did I resign? Look what these other guys are doing. I just did something stupid in a picture. And then this is what she said on Franken. I won't go through that. Cuomo faced a storm of accusations this week of using his political clout to bully critics and staffers following the explosion last week of a cover-up scandal surrounding the death toll of the coronavirus outbreak in New York's nursing homes. Cuomo's office has denied harassment allegations by the former aide, Lindsey Bolin. Yeah, well, I thought women should be believed, Democrats. How can you deny, when a woman's truth is told by her, when she tells her truth, who is a man who's being accused to deny her truth? But Cuomo, who was also accused by former journalist Morgan, I'm not sure how you pronounce that, is that Fim or Femi? I don't know, of threatening his career and his former, violent threats run in the family. Remember when Chris Cuomo was going to throw a guy down the stairs? And his former spokesperson, Karen Hinton, accused both Cuomo and New York Mayor Bill de Blasio of using gender domination to assert power over women. Oh my goodness, gender domination, that sounds serious to me. Does that sound, what that was about? The Sexual Harassment Working Group called for an immediate investigation into Cuomo. Oh my goodness. The group was founded by 7 former New York State legislative staffers in response to sexual harassment by legislators and the raids in Albany, which is the capital of New York. There must be an immediate, independent investigation into Governor Cuomo's workplace behavior conducted by an entity over which Cuomo does not have any appointment or supervisory powers, the group said on Wednesday. To those out there who are sitting with their own trauma in any workplace, many of whom assuredly feel it closer to the surface over the past week, know this: we see you, even if you feel like you have to hide. We hear you, even if you feel voiceless, the group added. Cuomo has also been accused. I mean, how many accusations are against this guy? And you know something about these allegations? Aren't all these allegations against Cuomo made by Democrats too? All right, these women and stuff around him are Democrats. Cuomo has also been accused of bullying by de Blasio and State Assemblyman Ron Kim, who has emerged as a leading Democratic critic of Cuomo's handling of the nursing homes. He has abused his power, Kim said on ABC's The View last week, and abusers are cowards. That's right. The White House did not respond to a request for comment from Vice President Kamala Harris, who said during the 2020 presidential primary that she believed women who had accused then-rival Joe Biden of inappropriate touching. Former Secretary of State Hillary Clinton, a longtime Cuomo ally, did not respond to Fox News for a request for comment. Neither did House Speaker Nancy Pelosi. Where are these liberal women? These women out there, their truth is being told and it's not being heard. AOC, who last week joined GOP critics of Cuomo in calling for an investigation into the nursing home crisis, did not respond to a request for comment on the sexual harassment and the kissing on the lip strip poker story either. Now this is amazing about this next sentence here, that this group even still exists after they covered up for Bill Clinton back in the 90s. The National Organization for Women also kept mum. This is amazing because now the National Organization for Women, I haven't heard about them in years, and an organization like this, they're desperate for something to grab onto and run with, and they kept mum. Why do they have so much invested in Cuomo, right? New York's a Democrat state. If Cuomo's tossed out, as he should be, they'll just plug in another Democrat. It's not like some Republican. And I don't mean the lieutenant governor, whoever that is. I'm talking about like when there's an election, they're just going to plug in some other Democrat. He's got a Republican against him and all this stuff coming out against him. But my goodness. I know. Oh, I wanted to show you guys something. Hold on before I get to this other stuff. Oh, yeah. Did you guys see this? This woke teacher? This is crazy. Okay? This girl's got a lot of problems, and not just the fact that she needs to touch up her nails here because it looks like the polish is chipping off, or that's a design. But that's not why I pulled this up, not to look at her, her nail paints. But listen to this.
If you don't believe that there is white privilege, please don't teach.
Now, this is a take on, remember, If You're Happy and You Know It, Clap Your Hands. Remember that song?
If you don't believe that there is white privilege, please don't teach. If you don't believe that Black Lives Matter, please don't teach. If you don't believe in systemic racism and how it negatively impacts our students of color and don't want to help dismantle those systems, please don't teach.
There you go. Wow. Isn't that amazing? But I'll tell you this. At least she's in a classroom. Okay? At least she's not at home doing it. But this is, I don't know. I think she's got a boyfriend. Her poor boyfriend. Oh my gosh. Or husband, I guess. She could have a husband, right? That is, that's crazy. That's crazy talk. Oh my goodness. A lot of people, including me, are not paying much attention to these Biden cabinet picks. And they're lunatics, okay? They're all lunatics. In fact, anything I've heard about one of Biden's cabinet picks shows that they are completely, without question, insane, okay? Completely insane. So I'm just going to pick up one and play one little clip here from one of them. I mean, we could do this all day. The other day, what's his name? Merrick Garland. He's going to be the Attorney General. He said that, in the hearing on TV, he said, MAGA is a domestic terrorist organization and Antifa is not. Did you guys catch this? And what he said was crazy. He said, MAGA attacked the Capitol while they were open for business. and disrupted government business. They attacked during the day. So, domestic terrorists are trying to disrupt government business. Antifa, they attack federal courthouses, but they do it at night when the courts are closed, so they're not disrupting the legal process. So it's a crime, but it's not terrorism. Is that insane? It's crazy, isn't it? It got me thinking, I wonder if that's why Antifa does everything they do at night. Is there some little loophole? He's a radical nut and revolutionary. And this Surgeon General pick he's got is crazy. But this one here this one is scary, okay? This is Biden's pick for Health and Human Services, okay? He refuses to condemn partial birth abortion and abortion based on sex or disability. So I'm going to play this. This means that if someone gets an ultrasound and finds out they're going to have a girl, and they say, I don't want a girl, I want a boy, and they have an abortion, he's okay with that. If they find out the child in the womb has a disability, and they say, I don't want any child with a disability, I want an abortion, but he's cool with that. I'm going to play you the audio. It's pretty far gone. This is scary stuff. And, why this one is the one I'm playing out of all of these crazy things that happened this week with these nominees is because this is what the Nazis used to say about Jews and the elderly and others, okay, during the Holocaust. Listen to this. This is crazy.
Across the country have written to say that you've taken the most radical positions on this very important issue of life and on abortion. If you want to push back on that impression, I think you have an opportunity here to try to gain some public trust and to take a look at the record you've had in California and how you might govern if you are approved here in Washington, D.C. Could you name one abortion restriction that you might support?
All right, now here we go.
Senator, let me try to respond this way. I have tried to make sure on this important issue for so many people, where oftentimes, again, we have different views.
This comes the gobbledygook
that
answer, but you'll get more specific.
Tried to make sure that I am abiding by the law, because whether it's a particular restriction or whether it's the whole idea of abortion, whether we agree or not, we have to come to some conclusion, and that's where the law gives us.
But is there, just to be clear, is there any line you would draw? Is there just one restriction as it relates to abortion that you might support?
Senator, you're talking to the spouse of a OBGYN who for decades has practiced saving lives of women and babies. And I can tell you that from the stories I've heard from Carolina, my wife, I know how hard many women struggle just to save the life of their baby. And so what I would say to you, and I know that right now as I speak,
what is
my
he
mother
talking about?
has blessed me this morning as I got ready to come here. And last night, I know when she prayed the rosary, as she does every day, every evening.
See, he's Catholic. You cannot receive Holy Communion according to the Pope and support abortion, or certainly take part in allowing it to happen, as this guy.
With my aunt, that she said a prayer and included me in that prayer.
Well, there's, part of it's the battle for those who don't have a voice, which are the little babies.
Mm-hmm.
And you didn't answer the question about
here we go.
Even one restriction on abortion. I didn't get an answer from you. Let me just throw one out there. How about a ban?
Here we go.
On the lethal discrimination of babies who are diagnosed with Down syndrome.
And so, Senator, once again, if I can simply say to you that I respect the different views that are out there, but what's important is that it makes sure that my view is according to the law.
If you confirm, you're going to be the head of the HHS. It's a huge organization. It has profound impact on our society. How about a ban on sex-selective abortion?
Oh, like in China.
Whether the little baby is a male or a female, would you say you can't have a sex-selective abortion?
And I respect those who take a particular view. My job will be to make sure that I am following the law.
Wow. There's a ban on...
in Germany, a lot of what the Nazis did was under their law. They passed the Nuremberg laws. And a lot of the Holocaust, under German law, the Nuremberg laws was legal under their law. Slavery was legal. The fugitive slave laws were legal in this country. That doesn't mean they were right and just. The segregation, and the Jim Crow laws, I mean, what an ant. Well, I'm a segregationist, but I just following the law. I don't have to serve black people. I mean, what the hell has happened to the Democrats? Let's hear his grand finale here. Oh, let's go back. This is crazy, man. Eugenics, exactly right. It's eugenics, Ford, and it's scary because I know he's Hispanic and speaking English, but this could be 1936 Munich. Okay.
My job will be to make sure that I am following the law.
No.
There's a ban on partial birth abortion. I know that question came up yesterday. Is that yes or no? Would you support a ban on partial birth abortion?
Again, Senator, you're asking questions which will touch on aspects that I know have different views. And what I can say is that I will make sure that I'm respecting the law on those issues.
Oh, he's respecting the laws, the unmoral. Yeah, somebody in there. Yeah, I'm Catholic too. The Pope has said you cannot receive Holy Communion if you just support abortion in your mind and your heart. But those like this guy, and Biden calls himself a Catholic, and you know what? Pelosi's Catholic too. There's a whole bunch of them. They are going against the church. They're going against the Pope every time that not only they're advocating for abortion, but they're actually taking part in it, because they're the ones in government that allow these things to happen. I know, it's completely insane. Oh yeah, while we're on the subject of schools, this is in the Gateway Pundit, by the way. This high school band, did you see this? Because of COVID restrictions, the band, they're playing, I'm going to get to Marjorie Taylor Greene in just a second, right after this. The band, they're playing in these containers. I guess these are kids in tents. And look at this picture here. This is the entire band playing. This is insanity. This is insanity. And you know what I'm wondering about this? These little tents that the band is playing in, they have numbers on them. Is this just for this class period? Right? And the reason I ask is because they're zipped in the little tents and all this stuff. I've never seen this. This looks like they should have these on Survivor. Does the next class come in and reuse these things? I know you can't make this up. I mean, you just can't make this up. I mean, this is insanity. You know what I mean? But there's no way they can properly sanitize these tents. They're inside. They're zipped up. They're completely enclosed. Look, they even have the stand for the music in there. And you're breathing and everything in there. You leave, and the next class comes in and gets inside this dirty tent. It seems this is making things worse, right? And because a lot of these instruments, they're using their mouth. They're blowing and they're spitting. So these things are getting saliva all inside of them, just totally all over the walls and the front of the tent. And if the next class comes in, it seems like they're in, I don't know. This seems like an incubator for COVID. I don't know. It's crazy. This one here, though, this is a close-up. This poor kid here, how the hell can he play? It's crazy. It's crazy town. Totally crazy. All right, now Marjorie Taylor Greene, okay, so Marjorie Taylor Greene, she put up a sign saying there are two genders, male and female, to attack her Capitol Hill neighbor, Democrat Marie Newman, who has a transgender daughter. I know some of you have seen this story. And let me play the video here. Hold on, we might have a commercial. Hold on, we got to get through this first, but let me play the video here. Yeah, okay. This is something. I love Marjorie Taylor Greene. Okay. I was just going to do it again. Okay, there we go. Okay, now let me ask you guys this about Marjorie Taylor Greene, because I love Marjorie Taylor Greene. I think she's awesome. And, CPAC did not invite her to speak this weekend. CPAC started today, and she hasn't been invited to speak. But she's going to have an event at a hotel down the street, okay, on her own, which is good. And I know there are two genders. I know, we all agree with all that. But why do you think Marjorie Taylor Greene does? I mean, I love her. I think she's the best. I think, my wife and I, we were talking about this earlier. She is, in a good way, right? She's a troll. Like Trump's a troll, right? She knows how to get them going. I think she's the best. I love her. Yeah, she's the best. And she knows how to do something and have everyone talking about. I mean, she was trending on Twitter today. You know? And how difficult is it for a freshman Republican in the House of Representatives to get that kind of publicity? She knows how to get publicity, how to get... And that's a good thing, by the way. It's not a negative. You know, if we had all our Republicans like this, it'd be awesome. Because, you know, most people agree with her. Even a lot of liberals do, because what's happening with women and girls sports is being affected by all this stuff. She knows how to get trending on Twitter. She knows how to get everyone talking about her online, how to get everyone talking about her on television. And she's taken what really is, she's a political outsider, right? She's like Trump. She's a political outsider, no political connections. She's only, has her constituents in her congressional district behind her. She doesn't have some big fat cat donors or some big political family like Pelosi and all these people do. So usually somebody that comes in like that, who's a freshman, no political connections, no huge donor money, they're usually, you never hear from them. You never see them in the news, and the chances are they'll be a one-termer. And Marjorie Taylor Greene, I would think, and what do you guys think? Is it fair to say that she's one of the 5 most famous women in America right now? Certainly in the world of politics, right? That's currently in politics. She's got to be one of the 5 most famous women. And that says a lot. You know, no connections, never heard of her before, you know, and that is amazing. That's absolutely amazing. So no, I love Marjorie Taylor Greene, and I hope she finds ways. I mean, who would have thought? I mean, she just knows. You know, she's like, remember how Trump used to talk that he would tweet something and then he'd turn on the TV with Melania and wait and see how long it took until they were talking about his tweet. That's how Marjorie Taylor Greene is. She gets together and says, okay, let me put this aside. I got this idea. Okay, can someone go down to Office Depot, get this sign printed up? Can you imagine going down to Office Depot and getting this sign printed up that says there are only 2 genders? And I'm going to put it up, and get your cell phone. We're going to put it up on Twitter. And then next thing you know, this is in the Daily Mail, which is the most read English language newspaper on the planet. Okay, and it's a big headline story there, and she's trending on Twitter. I mean, she's like Trump. She's the lady Trump, right? Lady Trump is what she is, and I think she's freaking awesome, and I love her. And I know. And I you know what? I'm glad CPAC didn't invite her there. CPAC can't handle Marjorie Taylor Greene, and I think it's better to have her seen as an outsider anyway, don't you guys? Now this here. This is an interesting thing. So for years and years and years, they've been wanting Trump's taxes. The Manhattan District Attorney has finally gotten them. Okay, now look at this. Manhattan DA receives Trump's tax returns. They've actually received them now. Prosecutors pour over millions of pages hours after the SCOTUS ruling in tax fraud in Stormy Daniels' probe. So, you know, Trump said that the Mueller team had his taxes and went through his taxes. And that he said this before the election. I think he might have said it in one of the debates or that town hall in Miami. I remember him saying it at least once. And, oh, by the way, I like these shirts. I like these shirts, Kathy. If my wife's in there, what do you got? What do you like these shirts, Kathy? Free shipping. Well, I guess it's been $99. I like that shirt. It's got the Volkswagen buses on it. I like that shirt. Anyway, would that look good on me? He said that they had his taxes, the Mueller team. They went through his taxes, and he says if they would have found anything in them, they would have released them. So now this one, they got his taxes now. We can't do anything about it. They got them. There's no more putting it on. Biden's taxes were out there. He made like $300 and some thousand. He's got all these houses, you know, made only $300 and some thousand, you know. But if they don't come out with something good, and they don't come out with something, now this will be my timeline. Monday, kind of loud. Yeah, maybe on the cruise though, Kathy. This would be like good on the cruise, you know? I don't know about these other ones. That's like the Day of the Dead thing there. That's kind of cool too. I like that one. But anyway, Trump is speaking on Sunday afternoon at CPAC here in Florida. So Monday, the entire news agenda and cycle is going to be about whatever Trump talks about Sunday at CPAC. If they don't have a story by Tuesday or Wednesday of some dirt out of these tax returns, I think we can rest assured that there's nothing that, like if they found something right now, they would hold on to it until either right before he speaks at CPAC and drop it and like have the news media flipping out over it, or they would do it at the beginning of the week to get the discussion onto the tax things that they find. So if we don't see anything by Wednesday, really it should be by, over the weekend, but if we don't see anything by Wednesday, they got nothing in the taxes. If Brian would be in the Trump administration, what role would you give him? Oh my gosh, what could I do in the Trump administration? In his second term, 2024 to 2028? I don't know. I wouldn't mind being that press secretary and coming out and dueling with those creeps. I think I could I handle those creeps like some of the liberal callers? That looks like a stressful job though, but that seems like to me to be the most fun. What else could I do? I don't know. I don't know what else I could do. Well, we'll see. They got the returns. They've been asking for them for a long time, and now they got them. Oh my goodness. So this story here. This is not political, but I just thought this was strange. Did you hear this thing about Lady Gaga's dog? By the way, everyone that's given me a super chat, thank you so much. And the way that the live stream's working, the super chats aren't popping up for me. So if you've given me a super chat and I missed it, I do apologize because I can't see them in the screen here. They're not popping up for some reason. But if you've given me a super chat, thank you so much for doing that. I appreciate that. This is just strange, and it's not political, but I just thought it was strange. Lady Gaga puts up a $500,000 no questions asked reward for the safe return of her French bulldogs, Koji and Gustav, after Hollywood dog napper shoots her dog walker 4 times and flees with the pups. Now, Lady Gaga, I wish she would put up the $500,000 to get the guy that shot the dog walker, but she wants the dogs back. Ryan Fisher, age 30, had been walking Lady Gaga's beloved dogs in West Hollywood around 10 p.m. Yesterday night. This is a paper out of the UK. We say last night in America. When he was shot 4 times. 2 of Lady Gaga's dogs were stolen, while the third, Miss Asia, managed to escape. Fisher is seen on TV news footage lying bleeding on the floor and cradling Miss Asia. Boy, this is a dedicated dog walker. He shot 4 times, he's bleeding out, and he's holding on to Miss Asia, the third dog of Lady Gaga, as medics attend to him. Officers were seen swaddling the pup in a blanket, placing her in the back of a police vehicle. It's currently unclear whether Lady Gaga's dogs were specifically targeted, but French bulldogs are in high demand and can sell for as much as $10,000 if they have a pedigree. Well, the pedigree will be meaningless because you can't use the pedigree because it's, I'm sure her dogs are chipped and all that stuff. So she offered a $5,000 reward. Now, is the dog walker alive? Let's see here. Let's see here. Video captured. This is him. He's cradling Miss Asia while they're working on him. These are the dogs. I don't know which is which. I'm assuming this is Miss Asia. That's the dog walker. And there's Miss Asia being rescued. They say Gaga, not Lady Gaga for some reason. There she is with him. There they are, cute little pups. I don't see I'm assuming he's alive. Okay, I don't see, let's see here. It doesn't say that he's dead, so it looks like he's alive. Yeah. No, Trump doesn't use TurboTax. Yikes. But I just thought that was crazy. That was crazy. Shot 4 times for a couple of bulldogs. That you got to wonder. This seems like a lot of risk and a lot of crime for the reward. I mean, for the reward that the criminal would receive, right? If they got all 3 of the French bulldogs, how much are they really worth? You can't use the pedigree because they're hot. You know what I mean? So you got to sell them, under the table. So you're not going to get that kind of money. And they shot the dog walker 4 times. So I mean, they're ready to kill for the bulldog. Is this how bad it is in California now? Because Newsom has kept California shut down so long. People are suffering so much that there's a massive crime wave going on that we're not hearing about, and are criminals taking like more risks? I don't know. This just seems a little crazy to me. Shooting a guy 4 times, steal a couple dogs. So listen, like I say, everyone who sent super chats, thank you so much. If you sent me a super chat, it really means a lot, and it's very much appreciated. They're just not popping up in the live stream, so as they came in, I didn't see them. So my apologies, but thank you so much for them. And if you're not subscribed, please subscribe. I add content to this channel all the time. I live stream when I'm on the air in the morning, taking calls from the radio listeners, and you guys on YouTube are always welcome to call me. I also upload my podcast here that I host with my wife, Kathy. We had a great episode that we uploaded yesterday afternoon. You should check it out. It has Gray Kelly from Newsmax in the thumbnail with a white background. You can't miss it. And I'll see you guys in the morning on the radio. All right, thanks for watching, everyone. Make sure you're subscribed. Click the